Finally! Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Phillies Hot Stove Videocast, and today we're going to be recapping last night's game between the Philadelphia Phillies and the New York Mets, as the Phillies took down the Mets by a final score of 6-5, as Bryce Harper hits a walk-off single in the bottom of the ninth inning to score Roman Quinn as the Phillies defeat the Mets 6-5. Great slide by Roman Quinn, terrible tag by Wilson Ramos, absolutely terrible. I mean, he really messed up on that one. That should have been an easy out. First of all, great throw from Michael Conforto in right field, and that should have been it. I mean, Roman Quinn should have been thrown out, and Dusty Wathan sent him. It was a gutsy move, and luckily Wilson Ramos doesn't know how to tag, and Roman Quinn was able to sneak in, and the Mets challenged it. And I thought he was out at first. I'm like, oh, they're probably going to win this challenge. Then I saw the replay, and I think he got his hand in. And I even went to go watch the SNY booth with Keith Hernandez, Gary Cohen, and Ron Darling, and he even said, oh yeah, he's safe. Yeah, that's your final score, 6-5. We blow it in the ninth inning. Robinson Cano hits an RBI single to tie the game at 5. Hector Neris with his second blown save of the year, and he's not obviously having a good year. And then Bryce Harper, he looks like the MVP Bryce Harper from 2015, ladies and gentlemen. He's having himself a really solid season, and I love to see it. I think we all love to see it. JT Realmuto hits his 8th home run of the season. Pay this man now. I love this guy. The more I see him play, the more we have to sign him. At first I was kind of getting tired of. We need to keep the sign JT chant going. We need to put pressure on the front office to sign this man and lock him up to an extension, or at least sign. I mean, obviously it wouldn't be considered an extension if we let it loom into free agency. Well, just sign him at this point. Just sign JT. Do whatever it takes to keep this man. And if we don't keep him, then I'm going to lose my mind. This guy is the best catcher in baseball. Stop with the Yasmani Grandal bull crap. JT Realmuto is the best catcher in baseball. No doubt in my mind. Stop with the Yasmani Grandal talk. JT Realmuto. That's all I got to say. JT Realmuto. So, yeah, guys, let's get into the scoring summary. Spencer Howard was on the mound in this one. Had to be removed in the 4th inning due to a blister on his middle finger. And then Jose Alvarez came in the relief. But, top of the 1st inning, Dominic Smith grounds out into a force out. And Brandon Nimmo comes around to score. And it is now a 1-0 Mets lead. Then we jump ahead. Top second, Luis Guillorme singles on a fly ball to right field to Bryce Harper. Andres Jimenez comes around to score, and it is now a 2-0 New York lead. First of all, Bryce Harper totally misplayed it. Hit a fly ball, and then he misjudged it, and then he let it drop. It didn't go down as an error, obviously, since it was a single, but he totally misread it. I think the wind got a hold of it. And it was just frustrating for him. Then we jump ahead, the bottom of the 2nd inning. Our top prospect, Alec Boehm, singles on a line drive to center field, and Didi Gregorius comes around to score, and it is now a 2-1 ball game. Then we got Roman Quinn, singling on a line drive to left fielder Dom Smith. Gene Segura crosses the plate, and it is now tied at 2. Then we jump ahead, top 3. Dominic Smith hits a towering fly ball to right field, and it barely gets out of the yard. Bryce Harper tries to leap at the wall, but he doesn't get. He's out of reach. It's out of here. It's Dominic Smith, his 5th home run of the season, and it is now a 3-2 Mets lead. Then we got Robbie Cano coming up next at bat. He absolutely destroys a home run to right field, no doubter. It hits off of the scoreboard in right field. You know it right off the bat. I mean, I don't know. I like Robinson Cano. I love his stance, man. That guy is one of the prettiest swings in baseball. His wine, the way he just, and it's such a smooth and just a nice swing. I mean, he's not what he used to be. He's getting old, but man, what a career that guy's had. I mean, look at his swing. I give that guy a lot of credit. He's having himself a pretty good year. I think he just got off the injured list, but yeah, man. I don't want him on my team, not with that contract, but I do respect him. He's had himself a very nice year with the career with obviously with the Yankees for a while, then obviously the Mariners, and now with the Mets. So he's had himself a very, very solid career. And he definitely would make a good Hall of Fame case. Then we jump ahead, bottom of the 5th inning. Obviously, the Mets are winning at this point 4-2. Then we got the best catcher in baseball coming up, and he homers to left center field. A 3-run shot that scores Hoskins and Hart, and it is now a 5-4 ball game. The Phillies take the lead 5-4. Then we jump ahead, top 9. We bring in Hector Neris, and of course, we can never just have an easy, 1, 2, 3, right? It's such a theme with this ball team. We can never just have a nice, solid 9th inning, or at least not to try to close the game out. Of course, we always have to make it interesting. And our bullpen is obviously, I think this goes without saying, is utter garbage. Robinson Cano again singles on a sharp ground ball to right field. It was a nice hard hit ball. I believe that was the first pitch swinging. Obviously, Robbie Cano had a good night last night. Brendan Nimmer comes around to score. And it is now a tie ball game. We are tied at 5. As Hector Neris, as I said, blows his 2nd save of the season. He's just been he's been terrible. I mean, I expected him to be better. I know our bullpen isn't good, but I know Hector Neris is better than that. And I believe he threw him a first pitch splitter. That's what that was. Then we got bottom 9. Bryce Harper. Roman Quinn's at 2nd. And obviously Andrew McCutcheon's on 1st. Bryce Harper singles on a sharp line drive to right field. Right to Michael Conforto. Roman Quinn is sprinting the rabbit. He was flying. Michael Conforto comes up firing a ball like just a great throw to Wilson Ramos at home plate. And he just totally doesn't know how to tag. And Roman Quinn is able to get his hand in there. First of all, great swipe by Roman Quinn. And a terrible play by Wilson Ramos. Terrible play. Totally just botched the tag. Totally just missed. It was a horrible tag by Wilson Ramos. Obviously, if you guys remember Wilson Ramos, he was on our team 2 years ago for the second half of the 2018 season. He did pretty well, and he went to the Mets. But awful tag by Wilson Ramos. That was terrible. That should have been an easy out. Great throw by Michael Conforto in right field, and that should have been the final out of the inning. But as I said, it looked like a close play. I thought he might have been out. I'm like, I don't know. I think he's out. And then they challenged the play. I showed it on replay. I'm like, I think he got his hand in there. As I talked about, the SNY broadcasters were talking about it. They said, I think he's safe. Andrew McCutcheon, who's been DHing a lot recently. Jay Bruce has been seeing more time in left field. Obviously, I believe that's more because of the fact that McCutcheon, I don't know. As I said, I talked about it earlier. He just doesn't seem himself. He doesn't seem like the real Andrew McCutcheon. He just kind of just seems a little banged up, not really 100% healthy, but he goes 2 for 5 last night, has himself a pretty decent night. Rhys Hoskins goes 1 for 3, 1 run scored, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Bryce Harper goes 1 for 4, 1 run scored, 1 RBI, obviously, and 1 walk. Extends his on-base streak now, but first of all, he hit another, a looping fly ball to left field that Dom Smith made a great catch to rob Bryce Harper, so he really should have and could have been 2 for 4, but he was robbed of a hit. G2 Muto goes 1 for 4, 1 run scored, 3 RBIs, obviously from that 3-run shot he hit. He's just having himself a really good season. Didi Gregorius 1 for 4, 1 run scored. Gene Segura 1 for 3, 1 run scored as well. 1 walk in this one. We got Jay Bruce going 1 for 4. He's swinging. He's doing pretty well. I like him in the DH spot. Or obviously he's kind of supposed to be the DH, but obviously he's getting some time in left field. I like him more in that DH spot. Obviously, last night he obviously did get the start in left field, but I'm sure he'll probably go back to that DH spot. But I do like him as a designated hitter. But as I said, he did play left field last night. Got a walk struck out last night as well. Alec Bohm 1 for 4, 1 RBI. Obviously hit that RBI single. He looks pretty decent. He's batting .250. Not the end of the world. As I said, got the first major league at bat. He doubled. So Roman Quinn 2 for 4, 1 run scored, 1 RBI. And if we want to look at Spencer Howard's outing, he didn't do that well, man. He struggled a little bit. 3 1/3, 7 hits, 4 runs. Only 3 of them were earned. 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. 2 home runs allowed. And I feel bad for the kid. Great player. He's just starting to settle in, and I think people, they shouldn't be hard on him. He's a young kid, and he just needs to settle in. So it's not the end of the world. We got Jose Alvarez going in inning, 1 walk and 1 strikeout. Jose Alvarez. I have not heard one thing about Jose Alvarez. Can we talk about Jose Alvarez? His ERA is 0. I love Jose Alvarez. I talked about it last year. He really was horrible at the beginning of last year. Really settled in. like a solid reliever for us. This guy's so underrated. I really, really like Jose Alvarez. He's having himself a very, very solid season so far. And I do try. He's one guy that I could, when I see trotting in the bullpen, I'm like, I'm not real scared about. You know what I'm saying? So, he's decent. Another guy is Parker, who's been he's been half decent this season. And again, he has a ERA of 0. 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. He pitched pretty well. And that guy's a hard worker. You saw how much sweat was pouring off of that guy's hat. Oh my goodness gracious. Adam Morgan, who's had a really struggled season, goes 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. He had a better outing last night. Our bullpen did a better job. And Tommy Hunter goes 1 2/3, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. He did pretty well. I mean, Tommy Hunter's had himself a nice career. He's just getting old. I know I bashed him a little bit, but he's had himself a solid career. And he's just getting old, So he had a pretty good outing last night. The guy who had the worst outing, I'd say, when it comes to the bullpen was Hector Neris, our closer. Second blown save of the season. He does get the win here, but he didn't deserve it, man. 1 inning, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. I mean, excuse me, 2 strikeouts. Obviously struck out Alonso, struck out Dom Smith, back-to-back strikeouts, and then that's when Robinson Cano hit that RBI single, so he almost got out of it. But you know what, man? He's just not having a good season. That's all there is to it. And I don't know, man. Hector Neris, he's a question mark. He's nuts, man. I just don't know what to think of him. He's so inconsistent. But great outings last night from great appearances, I should say, from Alvarez, Parker. Hunter did pretty well. Even Morgan did decent. But our relievers did pretty. Our bullpen did a little bit better last night if you exclude Hector Neris from it. We actually didn't do terrible. But obviously Howard struggled. Obviously that was removed, as I said, in the 4th inning due to a blister on his middle finger. And obviously if you look over at the Mets side, Jacob deGrom was scratched from his start. And I'm sure there was an explanation. I'm not sure if there was, but all I heard was that he just was scratched. And I was so excited when I saw that. So he did not pitch, and Lockett instead was on the mound for them. And he didn't do terrible, but not nearly as good as deGrom would do. So Steven Matz is on the mound tonight. He's had an awful season. 0-3 with an 8.20 ERA. We got Nola Day, Aaron Nola on the mound, 1-1 with a 2.75 ERA, or 7.9, ERA. And in the finale game, 105 the first pitch, we got Rick Porcello, as I said, going against Zach Wheeler. Zach Wheeler getting his first start against his former team, the New York Mets, on Sunday, 105 the first pitch. And then we go have an off day on Monday. Then we go up for a long road trip, Boston to Buffalo to Atlanta and then to D.C. And then we come back home. So, yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Phillies win 6-5. Bryce Harper, walk-off single. Today marks his 1-year anniversary of that walk-off grand slam. That was one of the greatest moments I've ever witnessed in Phillies history. I mean, that was just amazing. What an exciting moment. Was an amazing moment. Today is the 1-year anniversary. August 15th, 2019. That Bryce Harper walk-off grand slam. 1 year ago today, man. Man, that was awesome. I mean, that was awesome. I mean, what a moment that was. Let me just take a minute to talk about that. That Cubs series, that was really intense. You're down, what were they down? 5-0 at one point. It wasn't looking good. Battles off, you get Bryce Harper up, battles off a lot of pitches off of Derek Holland. Yeah, man, he just destroyed that ball. I mean, that ball was just, it was a no-doubter. I mean, it really was a no-doubter. I mean, it was so high, way up there, as Tom McCarthy said, way up there and way out of there. Way out of here, excuse me. But, wow, that was just such an exciting moment. So, guys, that's pretty much it. Phillies win 6-5 tonight. 6:05 the first pitch. Mats versus Noah. Let's go Phils. Please check out the social media link in the description section. At Phillies Hots of Instagram. At Harper Fanatics Instagram. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. Please turn on the notification bell. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I am Luke, and I will talk to you all later. 6:05, excuse me. 6:05. Aaron Nola, Steven Matz. Let's go Phils. I'll talk to you all later. Good win last night, guys. See ya.